dance that goes with this song, then I'ma be on. Basic, gon' dance to it. Basic, everywhere, gon' dance to it. Just let me breathe for a minute. Just let me breathe for a minute. Just let me breathe for a minute. White Range Rover, in it. Let me breathe for a minute. Just let me breathe for a minute, man. Just let me breathe for a minute. White Range Rover, all in it. You gotta, baby, shake that.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Two teams will need their quarterbacks to step up and lead their offenses on the gridiron today. It's Bortles' Jaguars going up against Keenum's Vikings.
All right, Larry, it's one of the new jewels of the NFL, no doubt, as you get a look inside U.S. Bank Stadium here in Minneapolis. It can certainly get loud inside this building, and just a few moments ago when the Vikings were introduced, it was downright shaking in here. They're set for football as the Vikings get ready to do battle. And big collision there as he winds up flat on his back with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Shift together here from the D-line. This is Leonard Fournette. A big hit. Knocked down sideways. No gain on the play there. Second down. He had a great read there from his free safety position. And, Charles, you know with those guys, it's all about their eyes. They have to be laser-focused.
Yeah, I had to fake my way through it when I was playing, but now I can see exactly what they're doing. And on that play, he obviously had no presence to feel like he's being pushed for a pass. And without that, that allowed him to get up to the line of scrimmage and hold him to no gain.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
Well, they're trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. Bortles going to throw. They set up the screen to Ivory. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Well contained there defensively. The screen gets only a yard, and it's 4th.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the 3rd down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that mark. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Ben Gideon charging hard for that outside linebacker spot. He gets in to drop him for a loss of 12. And a great spot to start this drive from here. Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Again, it's Murray. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. So that one will get him halfway to the first down marker. 7 yards makes it 3rd and 7 now. They'll run the counter with Murray. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats. But really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step. And Forbath will put this one through. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. So the folks here in the stands this afternoon, they're happy about that one. Their guys get the early advantage after the opening drive field goal.
And they should be happy. Their guys look good getting down the field, and that's got to give them hope that good things are in store here today.
Well, we got a second here before this next drive starts. It seems like every week we're talking injuries, and we had 3 quarterback shoulder injuries from this last week.
Yeah, and it's really unfortunate because we're talking about some of the most recognizable players in the league. Jameis Winston really coming on as a young quarterback. Trevor Siemian, captain of the Denver Broncos, and won the job for a second year in a row. And, of course, Aaron Rodgers may be the best quarterback in the league. You know, Rodgers probably gone for the season. Winston, I think they could have brought him back, but they were cautious with him and kept him out of the game. And Siemian did play in the second half in their loss to the Giants.
Yeah, that's the good news. 2 of the 3 able to return. Unfortunately for Rodgers, not looking so good. Throwing is Bortles. Throw left side complete. That's Cole. And he is knocked down from the side at the 38-yard line. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down. On 1st and 10, here's Bortles. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Cole. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. So 2nd down, 3 yards to go now. Again, it's Bortles. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Daniil Hunter in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Throwing his Bortles on 3rd down. And he's got it to Hearns. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Fournette, a first down carry. Busting through contact. Just wasn't a huge hole there for him to operate. Stopped just inside the 35-yard line. Now Bortles throwing on 2nd down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Now Bortles. Buying time. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Ben Gideon in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. And fans, a quick reminder from the NFL, after nearly a decade of working together in the fight against breast cancer, this year the NFL and the American Cancer Society, they're broadening the scope of their efforts to tackle multiple types of cancer. And you can learn more about the expanded Crucial Catch initiative and access the Defender, a new digital tool that provides personalized tips on reducing your cancer risk at NFL.com/crucial catch.
And I applaud the NFL for broadening its scope here, because cancer affects us all in many different ways. And now everyone will have the ones that they can focus on and be able to support.
This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12. Bridgewater now. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to hold that one in.
On 3rd down, Murray. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Now Bridgewater on 4th down. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Yannick Ngakoue able to get in there and take him down for a loss of 3. Now, before Jacksonville takes the next snap on offense, discuss what they've got coming up. They've got a chance because it's a pretty favorable schedule the next 6 weeks. You and I were looking at it the other day.
It certainly is, and remember, they're in a 3-way tie for first in the AFC South right now at 3-3. So you mentioned that favorable schedule. At Indianapolis, home against the Bengals, home against the Chargers, at Cleveland, at Arizona, home against the Colts again. If someone wants to take charge of this division, and if that someone is indeed Jacksonville, here's their opportunity.
And, boy, the fans in North Florida are hungry for it. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Lee. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Muscles him off. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
And Leonard Fournette impressing there with that run. It's hard to believe that no Jacksonville Jaguar has broken 1,000 yards since Maurice Jones-Drew in 2011. And Leonard Fournette could be that guy.
Even with the ankle injury last year at LSU, still averaged 6.5 yards per carry.
And absolutely intimidated opposing defenses. A lot of guys simply didn't want to tackle him.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They keep it with Fournette on first down. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Well, that play was doomed right from the start.
He just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. The Jaguars on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Now they run with a backup. It's Chris Ivory. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Another timeout called by the Vikings now. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that will tie us at 3-3. A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense, and over the post.
And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Well, before this next offensive drive gets going, you know, we still have 2 0-6 teams in the NFL, the 49ers and the Browns. And you're looking at me because I know you made a prediction that one of these 2 teams would win this past week.
Yeah, we had the Giants in there going into it as well, right? We had the Giants, 49ers, and Browns. And I predicted that the Browns would be the first to get off the schneid. Instead, it was the Giants. So the Browns looking at me a little crooked eye, aren't they? Like, hey, just leave us alone and let us play. Don't make any more predictions, man.
And he's going to be taken down right at the line. The Vikings in the hurry up. They're hustling up to the line. Second down, Bridgewater. And down he goes. The pressure getting to Bridgewater. Calais Campbell able to drop him for a loss of 4. Third and long for Bridgewater. Being chased out left. Now he's going to... Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. That had disaster written all over. You've got a right-handed quarterback, a rolling left, and throwing it pretty far downfield.
It's really difficult to do, to try and get your body twisted around into the proper position and get anything on the ball as you heave it downfield.
and that's what it actually turns into, a heave. And that's not really a good throw, is it?
Not good, and we saw the result. And he'll be taken down at the 34. A gain of 3, second down.
Not much happening there on first down.
Thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with third down coming up. So jumping from his free safety spot.
That tells you how aggressive they are on defense, doesn't it? They get everyone involved. He was a little too fast on that play.
After the penalty, it's Fournette. And he is going to feel that one. Knocked down hard. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Anthony Barr got a real education at UCLA and playing not just his normal position of stand-up outside linebacker, but down defensive end. So he had to incorporate a variety of moves, take on bigger people. So he learned great leverage while he was there. That really helps him when he's trying to stop people running the ball.
Born in South Bend, Indiana. Thought about going back to go to Notre Dame, but you're right. Great career at UCLA and now a great career in the NFL. And this is no good. Close, but no. Sorry, Larry. Your hard work appreciated by so many men and women, but not today as we get back to the action in the second half. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Second half starts with a run by Murray. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Let's go.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. The second down throw for Bridgewater. Flushed out right. Lets it fly for Thielen. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. It's a big one there for the Vikings. And even 50 yards. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. On first down, Murray. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Time running out here on the play clock. That was second down run for Murray. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. He'll wind up getting 11 on that one. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
This offense really put themselves in a tough spot on first.
And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. Telvin Smith, the outside linebacker, drops him for a loss of 6. Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. And look out, a big hit to the shoulder pads took him right off his feet at the 33. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height, sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback that has to slide and find open space to throw.
Fournette on the counter. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. And if you're the defense and those D tackles, you like that they're trying to run the football here against your 4-3, don't you?
Yeah, because they tend to eat things up because they are so strong and physical, and especially when they play with leverage where they get lower than the offensive linemen and control them. And what I love about the good defensive tackles, they can play over the guards, they can slide and play over the center. Nobody in the offense likes that day when they have to deal with those guys.
The Jaguars on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. Bortles. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Daniil Hunter with a big-time sack on 3rd down, and it'll be a loss of 7. Here's Brad Nortman now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's been a tight, low-scoring affair thus far. 3-3 is our score heading into the 4th. Here's Brad Nortman now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
A big run that time by Murray. 45 yards. They go back to Murray on 1st down. And that is what you call a hit stick. Put down to the ground hard at the 12-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Handoff. It's Murray. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. Now a give. This is Murray. Oh, no, he lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Throwing is Bridgewater. And he fires one, but incomplete.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the 1st down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
Yeah, and on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. And Forbath will put this one through, and they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals at 6-3. So we still wait on the first touchdown of the game, but his second field goal makes this now a 6-3 score.
And this would be the definition of winning ugly. Now you need to continue to ride your defense and hope that you can make this fourth quarter lead stand up.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
And all the way down to the 26. A big play there on the catch and run. 49 yards. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. He's at the 40. Past the 20. 10. And this defense has broken it open as they return it to the house for 6. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room where they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now out come the Jags. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. In motion now is Lee. Back to throw, Bortles. He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 35. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Fresh set of downs here. Bortles to throw. The swing pass caught. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Marquise Lee, 32 yards. And the Jaguars have cut it back within a score. And he puts it through. They're within 3. It's 13-10. So they got their touchdown. Now down a field goal. Here comes the onside kick. And the Vikings able to recover. The hands team does its job. And he's going to be stopped dead in his tracks. And now looking at the clock here, they do have 2 timeouts, but even if they force a 3 and out, they're going to have very little time remaining.
So that means they've got to be aggressive and find a way to knock the ball free. They've got to come up with it because they can't just rely, as you noted, on using their timeouts and getting the ball back. They might not have any time to mount an attack, even if they do play it that way. Get the football. That's their mantra.
And he's brought down. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Victory formation time for the Vikings as they'll take a knee here. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Victory formation time for the Vikings as they'll take a knee here. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Down to a knee goes Bridgewater, and that ought to do it. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.